Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Look who's with me, Rebecca
Hi.
Budig.
Hi.
So, to see you.
So good to see you. It's been a while. Yeah.
A while. And here
Yeah.
you are now as Dr. Taylor Hayes on The Bold and the Beautiful.
Can you believe it?
No, because all the years. Can you believe it? That's what I want to know.
No, I can't. Actually, I can't.
I mean, we're watching the current episodes. Mm-hmm. And, she's been diagnosed with broken heart syndrome. So immediately I go online, I'm Googling this just to make sure like this is a valid, and it is a real thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did you think when they said we're giving you broken heart syndrome? Did you first go, what?
I don't know. I mean, of course I wasn't familiar with it. Mm-hmm. But I know someone who has had a broken heart and has had a lot of symptoms similar to what my character is going through. So not that she was formally diagnosed, but I do think that it is a real thing. And so, yeah, I'm happy to, I've done a lot of things over the years. This is not as crazy as some of the things I've done.
We will talk about some of the crazy ones, right? Like you've had so many crazy ones. So tell me what it was like when you decided to take on this role. Did they call, like, you were not planning on, did I read you were planning on going to psychiatry?
Well, yeah, I was thinking about going back to school. I'm a mom, full-time mom, and that is a very important job to me right now, especially since my daughter's young. I feel like it's the most important job. But I got this opportunity to audition for the show, and I thought, I don't know. I mean, I just thought there were so many people probably going for it. I don't know. I just never think that I could play this part, and I got it. I was very happy. Sorry about that.
When you got the part, did they tell you kind of about her, or did you have to do your own digging about Taylor, like figure out like what's her past,
Well, I was familiar with the part, obviously, because the part has been around for a long time, but I did have to do some digging. I mean, I couldn't do that much, and I think I only had like one night to prepare, so I didn't have a lot of time to really prepare. But then once I got the part, I did do some digging. But as you know, on a soap, there's so much that happens in just even 1 year alone that it's kind of overwhelming, actually. So I just kind of go back to the basics, which is she's a psychiatrist, she's smart, she loves her children, her grandchildren, and, Ridge is her soulmate.
Ridge is her soulmate. So now you obviously knew Thorsten was at Bold and Beautiful. You knew that.
Yeah.
And obviously you two have a long history from All My Children, when he was Slater and you were Greenlee Smythe. Yeah. And now you're playing, potential love interests. And are you guys like grasping that? Is it cool to play or is it weird?
I told him I'll try not to laugh. And he said for at least 20 minutes because we laugh. He makes me laugh a lot. And so, no, it's actually.
There you are.
There we are. Oh, look at him. I like that picture of us, actually.
I do too. I really like it.
I really like that picture. The funny thing is I worked with him in All My Children, but I never really had one-on-one scenes with him. So I didn't really get to experience what it was like working with him one-on-one. And there is, since we do have this history together, I think that's just there, in our relationship and our dynamic working together. So I think there's a comfort in that and a familiarity. And I really love that. So yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, I hope I get to do that. I know he's with Brooke. I mean,
Well, this is Bold and Beautiful.
Right. No. Yeah.
We all know that, this triangle has gone on for infinity and now you're in the role. So Katherine Kelly Lang is Brooke. She's been with the show forever. What was your first conversation with Katherine like? Was she welcoming you to the show?
Oh my God. I mean, Michael, every single person has been so welcoming on this show. In fact, John McCook wrote me a text. I don't know. He like tracked down my phone number and he wrote me a text and he said, I haven't met you yet, but I just want to welcome you to the show. And I'm really excited for you to be here. I mean, it was just like the sweetest text. And I was going to meet him the next week or something like that. And so I had met Kelly briefly with Susan Flannery because I'm friends with Susan. And she had a party and she was at a party once, but I didn't really know her that well. And she's warm. She's like the good Brooke, not the mean Brooke. She, there's just no ego and it's just refreshing, actually. She's really easy to be around.
Yeah. And I mean, she's great. I mean, it's so great to have like John and Katherine, who are like the anchors of the show, been there since the beginning, to welcome you to the show, because it's got to be weird, right? Coming into a family. And I know I read what you said. I know how, and we'll talk about this, but I know how close you were with the All My Children family. Like that was, but you were saying, I believe I read that you feel really good about this family at Bold and Beautiful.
Well, it's interesting. I think it starts from the top down, and Brad really, welcomed me and was very, very warm and very inviting. And like everyone, I think he hires people literally that are no drama, really welcoming, happy to be here. So you don't have people complaining and, I don't know. And it was the same way at All My Children. And it just feels like a real family atmosphere here. And that is just like a huge blessing, honestly, because yes, it is intimidating to walk into a show that's, been going on for years and years and years. And a lot of these people have been here a long time, and you don't know what people are like, right? That have been here that long. Right. But like Susan Lucci was so down to earth and kind and sweet and very welcoming to people. And I just think that it trickles down right from the top. So you have people like John and you have people like Katherine Kelly Lang who are just really, and Jackie, I mean, come on.
Jackie, I was going to get to
She's the best. There she is.
Yeah. I mean, is she not I have the most fun with Jackie. We have a running joke. We can't take a picture together. Like if we do a snap for instance, we can't stop laughing to get through it. So we have a historical posting of bad photos of us trying to do a thing. But I have the best time with her.
She is so much fun. We were downstairs laughing, and right now, just before I came up here, she's the best. She's the best. How lucky am I?
So as the mom, is it weird to like step in and be, okay, I'm Jackie's mom now? Yeah.
I mean, listen, I am a mom, and I just think when you feel that feeling when you're a mom, it's very easy to step into that role of being a mom. Yes. Is she older? She's not as young as my daughter. Yeah. But she, I mean, I'd be lucky to have a daughter like her, honestly.
How is it when you leave your real life daughter and go to, is that working out well?
Yeah. I mean, listen, this schedule is ridiculously amazing. So,
great.
I mean, listen, I'm happy. So, yeah. It's great.
I have George is here. He said the exercise technique was everything. She's talking about the ridge.
Oh, the exercise that we did together. Yes.
What was that like shooting those things? Now, did you guys laugh or get through? Like,
I mean, I was laughing. Yes, I was laughing a lot. But the one great thing about Thorsten is that when you show up emotionally, he's right there. He's authentic and a phenomenal actor. So yeah, but we laughed a lot. What are you talking about? We laughed. Yes, we laughed.
Of course. And Paula says, was wondering if Thorsten is as nice off camera as on the show.
No, he's a horrible person. He's a horrible. Yes, he is as nice as, I mean, yes. I can't say enough nice things about Thorsten. He's the one thing about him is that you don't really know that he's he's really thoughtful and caring about people. And you tell him one little thing and you think that it's a nothing thing, and he remembers and he makes a point of asking you about it and again. And he's a good person.
Mm-hmm. So now that are you watching back? I can't remember if you're one of the actresses that will watch their work or like doesn't look at it. Is it weird?
No, I mean, yeah, sometimes I want to see how things played out. Like I wanted to see those scenes in particular. I wanted to see how those went, but I don't really love to watch, especially now that I'm aging on camera. But that's okay. I'm supposed to be older, so it's fine. It's okay. It's just a weird thing.
Mm-hmm. And now she's a psychiatrist. So I'm wondering if we're going to ever get to see her like practice, like have some patience.
I mean, you know, Michael, from your lips to God's ears, I want to have some scenes. And I also want them to bring back Ian, because he played James, right? And I think he lost his virginity to Taylor, and
Taylor has done so many things.
So that's what I'm hoping for.
Right. I know you're friends with Ian.
Yeah, I love him.
He
was my gynecologist. He was my gynecologist. Actually, he was my fertility doctor on All My Children.
All My Children. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. You have had such an amazing, it was such a get for Bold and Beautiful to have you play this role. When you look at the totality of your career and how beloved you are by the fans, which has endured for decades, right?
That's very sweet of you.
No, it's very true. It's the truth. I speak the truth. So, but here's the thing. Remember this? Guiding Light.
Look at how young I look. Oh my God, my hair's so blonde.
Weren't you like the more bad girl Michelle Bauer? Didn't they?
Yeah, I think they kind of wanted to make her a little bad. But at the end of the day, she was Michelle Bauer and she was a good girl. She was just going through her teens, We all have our phases. But I love Tammy Blanchard. Oh my God.
Tammy Blanchard.
She was the best.
And look, she's a great actress, Tammy Blanchard.
Yeah, I know. She's amazing. She's amazing.
What from your time on Guiding Light did you take with you for always? Because that was your first show.
That was my first show. Kim Zimmer, she used to call me her diva in development. She called me her did. She was a fantastic leader. She was just a fantastic role model. She was so gracious and forthright and just fantastic all around to work with. I loved that group of people. I didn't work as much as I did on All My Children, so I did feel a family atmosphere over at Guiding Light. I just didn't work as much as I did at All My Children. I was only there 3 years, but I don't know what I took away from that show, except that professionalism. Kim was always very professional. I worked with Michael O'Leary and Peter Simon, and I have wonderful, amazing feelings about that show. I got to be in New York and go to class and study, and I don't know. I think
was soap operas ever in your purview as a young girl where it was like, I like to be in a soap? Where did you watch soap operas?
Of course I did. I watched All My Children, and I watched Days of Our Lives, and I watched a little bit of GH. But really, I used to be like, I just want to be like Susan Lucci. I just want to do Susan Lucci, And so when I started On My Children, that was pretty amazing, because I loved James Mitchell and I loved David Canary. And I was just like, yeah. And I see Peter Bergman here, and I still think of him as Cliff. So
Cliff
and Nina. Cliff and Nina. So yeah, I had that was like a real moment in my life to be on My Children. I didn't watch Guiding Light, but I didn't aspire to be on soaps. I think I just, once you get into them, you realize how, I don't know, there's a lot to be said for them. I love all mediums, but this is the closest thing to improv I think you get to do. You get to do something new every single day, and it's so fast that I don't know, I like it. I like it.
Obviously. Yeah. And he's been very successful at it. And the All My Children experience was so profound because you got to, I mean, you had Josh
Aw,
Duhamel. Look at you guys.
Josh.
And you had such amazing love stories on the show. And I
We
just want
did.
everyone to know, like, that's a Bold and Beautiful fan, like, what kind of history you have in soaps and what you've done. Like, B&B is so lucky to have you.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
And I think of that story with what was like a young Josh like when you look back at it.
Well, Josh and I had a very special chemistry. We had just a special connection. I mean, it just, it happens or it doesn't. I've been fortunate, but he was just, those were the days where we really got the time to work on our scenes and really like rehearse them and carve them out. And he had ideas and I had ideas, and we really, we just really got on together. We were like, I don't know, it was really special. He's a great person too. He's so fun to work with and so spontaneous and would surprise me, and I would try and surprise him. And it was really fun. Yeah.
I have to say, I was at an NBC. He had a show on NBC at the time, and I was at one of the TCA press junkets.
Yeah.
And he literally remembered. It was so wonderful that he remembered. He was very aware of where he came from, never forgot anybody. That went very far with me because I've been doing this for 40 years. And to know, like,
I know.
Yeah. It was like, and I remember everybody when they were kids at Super Soap.
I know.
So
Josh is still a very special guy. He, he did something for CBS, and my husband worked with him for a little bit, and I got to, I've talked to him and stuff, and he's just so down to earth. He's just still the same guy, and that's nice.
Cameron Matheson on my Instagram today had 8 hearts because I was promoting Rebecca Budig, the Bold and the Beautiful. Is on now. What's going on here?
Oh my God! Wow! I love that dress.
I know the dress.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
So there you guys were. You created this magic together as Ryan and that was your next love in the life.
That was my next love. Yeah.
I'm like, you had Josh, Cameron. We'll get into Mike in a minute, and now Thorsten, maybe. So it's like, okay.
Maybe. All the boys on All My Children.
So Cameron and you had, we loved Ryan and Greenlee, right? They were there.
Oh yeah, we had a very, very special friendship. He was another one, so easy to work with, so fun. I mean, he made me laugh a lot, and we had just a great time together. And then with Alicia and Cameron and Thorsten, like the 4 of us would do stuff together in scenes, and we could barely get through them. So it was fun.
Right. And the day that I've talked to you about, I haven't seen you in a while, but to me, the worst day was sitting with the 2 of you at the last press junket of All My Children. It was you. You were in tears. He was in tears. I was in tears. I'm sitting there with a tape recorder. We're all these little tables, and I was at your table or at the table with you guys, and I'm like, I can't do this. And then it was very emotional.
It was really hard. I mean, it's like one of the best characters I ever played in my life, and we grew up on that show together. We all went through my 20s on All My Children and lived in New York, and they're really, really wonderful memories from that time. Super Soap and the fans, and just, I don't know, it was like an amazing time of our life. I mean, we still talk about it. So, yeah, it was hard. It's hard to say goodbye.
Hard to say goodbye. Deborah says, I love watching you in the shows you've been, but I love you on The Bold and the Beautiful now.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Deborah. That's so
Brooke
sweet.
is asked her if it was like working with Marj Dusay.
I'm at a loss for words. She was just the most interesting person, and she would do things that any other actor would do, probably be over the top or not believable. but everything she did with conviction, and she did it so honestly. And you were just like, oh my God, you just really believed that she was this crazy woman, but she was such a lovely person. I loved Marj. I loved Marj Dusay. It was really great.
Hi, Rebecca. Just saying, I'm good friends with M. Bruno. I'm so happy for you getting this part. You are Taylor. Congrats. Smiley face, smiley face.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Well,
Thank you.
That's sweet. And then
really
Citizen Morgan is like, I'm Team Taylor and Ridge. All right. I would like to see, do I want that? Because I want to know, how would you feel if Taylor got a new man? Somebody different.
Well, I mean, I guess anything is possible, right? Who hasn't she been with on the show? I mean, we just recycle them, right?
Right. I would bring in a new man, like new man, somebody, you know, that's what I'm.
Who do you think?
Well, who would you like to have on the show?
Well, I thought I had nice chemistry with Michael Easton, but
speaking of that, so there you guys are.
Looking at these. I remember that was on set.
We were at the fan club weekend or something, and he was doing his thing with Roger, and you were there, and we were talking, and there was something great about Finn and Hayden.
Yeah. I loved Finn and Hayden. Yeah. I you know, he's become a good friend, and he was another one that was just really, really fun to work with. And you can't create, I don't know, like a chemistry with somebody, right? So it was just nice. Yeah. I was sad that we didn't get to really like see it through. That was my, yeah.
Right. Because she left all of a sudden, and then I'm like, I can't remember. Yeah, there was all that. And then I'm like, is she coming back? And then, you know.
And then I did for 2 seconds, and then I left again. I know.
Wait, she's gone. And then no, Michael's not there either. So it's just like, it just shows you kind of how nothing's forever.
Right.
You never know.
Right.
You know, it's
that's how I take it here. You know, I'm like, I'm so happy to be here. I hope it lasts a long time. But after my experience, I'm like, you know, whatever. It's the business, you know, so it's just things happen, and you got to be able to go with the flow, I guess.
Sherry saying, love your relationship with JoJo, Jafeel Love, and Michael, both on screen. Sad to see y'all leave, but so happy to see you back on daytime. Jafeel Love just wrapped on the show. She had her goodbye.
I know. I see her. I keep in touch with her. So she and my daughter are friends. So I have seen her, and I saw her right before she left the show. She was, poor thing. But
a great little actress. Like those scenes.
She's an amazing little actress. I know.
Yeah.
She was a phenomenal little girl to work with. I also worked with another girl that played Emma on All My Children, and she was phenomenal too. I can't remember her name right now. But anyway.
Oh, Erica's with me. # new man for Taylor.
Taylor needs a new man. Okay.
Yeah. Because I think,
Tell me who.
Who should it be, people? We need names.
Who should it be, Erica? Who should it be?
Names. I was going to ask you.
Shocked me that Hayden didn't come back to GH for her daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. Where's Taylor at right now in her head? So she's got broken heart syndrome. Is she gonna make a real play for Ridge? Do you see her doing that in a manipulative way?
You know, I don't. I mean, listen, I anything can happen, right? They can write whatever they want to write. So, but in my mind, at this point in their lives, I mean, you know, she's like, okay, he's with Brooke. I mean, I think that when Taylor and Ridge are together, there's this undeniable sort of attraction and chemistry. And I think that's been there. So I think that that's hard, right? It's hard for her to kind of move on. But I think right now she's focused on her health. She's focused on being with her kids and, well, at least Steffy and her grandkids. And I think she's just trying to stay the course.
But you know what I love about Bold and Beautiful is, of course, she has to end up in his lap. And of course,
Brooke has to see us.
Brooke has to see it. And then it's like, what are you up to, Taylor? And now
Yeah.
we're off to the races again in like 3.0 Taylor, Brooke, Catfights. Let me ask you this.
Oh, I love catfights.
That's what I want to ask you, because some women don't like doing catfights in daytime. Are you good with it?
Oh yeah. 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 I had some of the best catfights of my life with Alicia. I mean, we had one with James Mitchell. We had one where James Mitchell walks in and I asked the director, I said, I didn't want to tell her. I was like, can I spray this like hair conditioner? Because we had that beauty. I said, I want to spray this hair conditioner on her or whatever it was. And he goes, okay, do it. And I go, they have a second dress just in case. He goes, yeah, do it. So we go to tape and then I do it. I'm like, and she's like, what are you in the scene? You can see it. She goes, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then I have to go after her and lunge at her and we have to like wrestle on the floor. And we are both laughing so hard in each other's hair because we're trying to hide our faces. And then James Mitchell came in and like poured water on us and we got right back into the scene. I am shocked that we did, but I think because we knew we had to, because like we couldn't go back and do it again. But that was great. It was fun.
That was really good. I remember it wasn't Fusion.
Yeah, it was Fusion. I like catfights as long as they're like really motivated correctly, like not just a catfight for the sake of a catfight, but it's really motivated. Yeah.
Right. So now, as a more mature woman, could you see yourself going in a catfight with Brooke? I see it.
Yeah, sure. I do.
You lap danced on Ridge.
After I lap dance on Ridge, yeah. Yeah.
Now that you are Taylor and do you think in your head, is there something you'd love to do with her? We talked about that you hope she has patience as a psychiatrist. But
yeah, I'd like to have my own apartment, maybe. I mean, I live with my kid.
Yeah.
So, it might be nice to have my own home, but no. I'm
writing Brad Bell, you need your own apartment set.
Yeah. So I would I mean, I'm really open to all possibilities. I do think it would be interesting to have her personal, like her romantic life start to take off after she sort of gets through this health issue and find a little life of her own again in LA instead of like elsewhere.
LA, yeah. And I was going to say, you played some sassy characters. Like Greenlee had Sass.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle Bauer had Sass. Greenlee had Sass. I mean, that's
Hayden had a little sass too.
They had some sass too. They all did.
Mm-hmm.
So we can take that sass and like put her in a Taylor and make her a little more sassy.
Well, I think so. I mean, I think that can come out when she's defending her kids, or, I think she cares enough about Ridge that she feels passionate about him too. Like, I think anyone that does something to her kids or to Ridge, people that she loves, I think that hopefully you'll see a little more of the feisty come out.
I shouldn't have said that. Now see,
Taylor needs some sass. Okay.
Okay. Bring it. So I know you and Greg Rickard are very close. Has he commented on?
Close. I can't stand that guy.
Like neighbor.
He literally. So he saw me. He saw me in the grocery store. Literally, I think a week ago. Did he tell you this?
Okay. No.
So I'm standing there, and I'm like looking at berries or something, and all of a sudden, this person comes up. Like he literally put his head right here, scared the living daylights out of me, and he laughed and laughed and laughed. I mean, this is what he would do. I'd come home and he'd do things like he had a key to my house, so he would come home and put stuff in my. I mean, yeah.
But has he watched Taylor?
I don't know if he has.
Because I was expecting some like sassy comment from him.
I don't know if he has. I know, we're both so busy with our kids that we don't have as much time to, truthfully, I don't want to devote so much time to Instagram and all that stuff because I don't want my kid to see that that's important to me, because it's not,
So you balance everything, and you've been like mom has been right. I mean,
I try. So when I'm not with her, I'll go on there, but when she's around, I try not to be on there.
Right. Yeah. How old is she now?
10.
Right. I remember she was 9 when I talked. That's right. 10. Yeah. Unbelievable. So Greg, I'm dying to know what he would say about Taylor. I was hope he'll watch.
I don't know. I think he started calling me grandma. Everyone started calling me grandma. Have you watched other versions of Taylor? Yes, I have. Or has anyone given you the cliff notes of all the important Taylor information you needed to know or wanted to know? Well, it's interesting, Tia, that because I have watched, I was told the last Taylor had a different take on Taylor. I think all of us bring our own person, right? So we're all going to be different no matter what. I sort of like go back to Hunter because she's like the original Taylor and just see what her take was. And I kind of have to rely on others to see like what the history is and the big, like the important moments that she was saying. So I'll ask Thorsten, like, has this happened before or whatever? Like, I don't know. In the scenes that I need to like know some history, especially when I'm in scenes with new people that I haven't worked with, what's our relationship?
Who have you, and obviously Annika Noel, you've met and worked like, been like working with here's
Heather Tom. I worked with Heather Tom, and I've known her just like throughout the years. Just we've seen each other at events. I don't know her well, but so that's fun. It's been fun to work with her, and yeah.
And what about Dollar Bill, Don Diamont?
Don Diamont. I have not had any scenes with him, but I heard that Taylor shot him.
Yes, so Taylor shot him.
Yeah.
And then there was this whole other thing about he was going to tell everyone that Taylor shot him, and then she was it was a real mess. Like she shot him. Because Taylor had mental problems.
Well, she's a psychiatrist.
So yeah. So people are saying maybe she's going to get together with Bill.
Never know.
You never
haven't
know.
had any scenes with him yet. I was pulling for John McCook. I mean, his wife's young and
Oh, here's one. I wanted Carter and Taylor to be together, but the character is into Hope.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
No, I don't think it's happening.
Yeah. So when you look back at all the storylines in your soap career, is it the All My Children story or with her?
Well, you mean like which one stands out? I mean, obviously Greenlee does. I played her the longest. I created that role. I wasn't stepping into a part. Michelle Bauer I was a recast, and I did really love Hayden. I love what they were writing for Hayden and Finn. Actually, when I left the show, I love that they were quirky. Their quirky relationship, but
and weren't you Becca Herbst?
They were Becky Herbst. Oh, I love her.
She's such a great. Again, she's a nut. She reminds me a lot of you in a way too. She's not Miss Publicity. She's reclusive. She's not on social media. She protects. And there's something to be said about that. I think that's admirable.
Yeah.
She's. I really admire her. I think she's great. And
I love her. For a girl like actually for most of these actors that have been in daytime, like you've been here a long time and you could just phone it in, and she always showed up, and she was just fun to work with. I loved her outside of the show, when we would do Super Soap and stuff, and I'd get to see her, so I was really excited that she was my sister.
And that was a twist. Did you know she was going to be the sister when you came in the show? I think they added that. Wait, I can't remember what they did.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think he did add that. Yeah, I think they added that. Oh, yeah, because Roger's character told us that we were sisters. Right? Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. So you're talking about that because Greenlee was the character you created from scratch.
Yeah.
not a recast. You took that over. I mean,
Yeah.
you took that right. That has to be your defining role so far.
I think so. 9 years is a long time to play somebody, and it was a part of me at that point. So, and it was just such a fun character, and I hope to get to do that with Taylor.
Right. I hope they get, like I said, we're gonna have Sass. We're gonna have a new man.
Sass and a new man. I'm passing it on. Catfights, new man, and Sass.
And we're gonna have Patience so she can be a psychiatrist, and maybe she messes them up.
Right. Maybe I'm manipulating them all.
B&B has a lot of like weird killer things. And psycho people.
Well, yeah.
So
you never know.
You never know. So what's the pace like there? It's a much easier. You're a half-hour show. You don't have
it's a half-hour show, and I mean it's kind of just as fast as the others. However, they have a really amazing schedule because you work 2 weeks and then you have a week off, and then you work 2 weeks and you have a week off, and then we take July. There's a long break, like 3 or 4 weeks, and Christmas there's 3 weeks, and so it's a dream job really to have, because you're in and it's intense and you're doing like 1 or 2 or 3 shows or 4 shows in one day, but I don't know, it's a well-oiled machine here, my friend. It is a well-oiled machine, and they have it all figured out and dialed in, and it's really kind of amazing actually.
Yeah. Now Tia's back. She said Taylor shoot Bill because he thought that he raped Steffy. He didn't. Taylor thought so because of Ridge. Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Rebecca's doing a great job. Taylor needs someone new. I'm not trying to screw up Thorsten Kaye. I
love Thorsten.
Give
it a shot. You never know. Maybe he'll have a little fling with Taylor, and everyone will say, "Oh, maybe not."
And you know what's great, and you know this about Thorsten. I mean, he's won the Emmy he's won 2 Emmys now in his career. And he's so self-effacing. So it's always when you talk to him, it's going to be a little bit of, he doesn't take himself too seriously.
He doesn't, which is really lovely.
But I do believe he was proud that he was acknowledged after, look
so
at the
many
work.
Years.
Yeah.
He
was pretty terrific as Zach.
He was great as Zach. Yeah, he really was. Yeah, I know. He's fantastic here. I really love him in this part, and he just brings a lot to the table.
Mm-hmm. So do you see yourself do you still have that desire to go do if you were offered a role in an independent film, do you still want to do other kind of roles on and off? What part of you feel satisfied, or as an artist, I want to still do?
Oh, I mean, listen, I take acting class. So for me, that's where I get a lot of my, fuel and inspiration. But I just love acting. So yeah, if something comes along, great. But I'm really happy here. I do not poo-poo soaps. I think they are fantastic, great job, and you can make them as creative as you want them to be, right? You could look at it and say, oh my God, the script, but I mean, it is what you make of it, right? So I don't know. I'm having fun. I don't want to leave town, Michael. I don't want to leave town.
No, Taylor's the underdog.
Let her win.
Okay.
So
no, we don't want you to leave town. We want you to stay in LA.
That's very sweet. Yes. So yeah, I don't want to leave town. I don't want to leave my child, but if it's something that's short and sweet and not too long, yeah, I'd love to do anything. Yeah.
We got more here. I want to see you with someone new, a nice little twist, not Ridge, even though I like the character.
Wow.
See I'm giving you the feel here.
The feedback. Okay.
Feedback. So yeah. Oh, Bill. Taylor, Bill, and Katie.
Bill, and Katie triangle. Ooh, interesting.
So we basically we have three stories for you: a new man, Ridge, or a triangle.
Or a triangle, and a psychiatrist's office, and my own apartment. Yeah. Okay.
Good thing you came.
We got it all figured out. We're just gonna send this all along to Brad and tell him.
Do you still stay ever? You know, we talked about Kim Zimmer for a minute, but you know, I've been so lucky to stay in touch with her over the years and reconnect with her. One of the greatest, right? Like, do you get to stay in touch with any of the greats? You know, like Susan. Have you talked Susan Lucci?
Susan, I've texted. I stayed. The guy that played my brother, Michael O'Leary. We've talked on the phone. You know, he wrote a great play, and I was reading that and kind of talking to him about that. And who else? I mean, I stay in touch with Alicia and Cameron and
Alicia and
Josh from time to time too. Josh from time to time, but yeah.
And it was sad when, you know, when I was thinking of all the times we all got together when all my children sat or at an event, you know, losing David Canary and James Mitchell that you brought up, and all of these amazing, like,
and Marj.
Marj. I mean, just when you think of those all-stars,
I know,
that you got to work with. I mean, I even think, I loved, you know, Eileen Hurley was so wonderful.
Oh my God, Eileen Hurley. Oh my God, those eyelashes.
The eyelashes.
She was the best. Oh, she was the best. Oh, she'd walk around in those pantyhose. I mean, I think she used to streak the halls. I don't know. I mean, I've heard stories, but she was fantastic. Maybe that was Ruth Warwick, but they were both like, I mean, I don't know.
Well, the greatest performance I ever saw was Thorsten, because Zach and Myrtle were very close.
Yeah, he loved
died.
her.
Oh, and then he had that episode, and to me, I literally, I think I texted, I can't remember what I did, but I remember getting in touch and like, this was incredible, because he just sat there by himself crying over her death, Zach. But he loved her so much in real life.
He loved her in real life too. He really did. I felt that way about James Mitchell too. I would walk him home because he lived near me, and I would walk with him sometimes. He was so lovely. God, I love that guy. He's amazing.
Amazing.
Such great stories. I mean, these people came up in a different time where they were working with the studios and doing, like, you know, working with Fred Astaire and all these people. It's kind of so fun.
So when you look at that, right?
Yeah.
It is incredible the things you've gotten to do. Like, it really is. And you take a look at it, if you take yourself out of it for a minute and look at it, like as a friend, like, what a cool experiences you have had in your life.
Yeah.
How many people can to say what we're talking about? Like, come on.
I know. I sit in gratitude all the time. I sit in gratitude for this life that I got to be on these shows and have a great job and also do what I love and have all the experiences that I had and meet all these incredible people. And I love older people too. It's like I love old people. So I love to learn a lot from them, you know?
Oh, this was one. Reality Psycho. I want Prince Omar to come back. Do you know about Prince Omar?
Oh, yeah. I saw that somewhere.
There was a prince that she was stuck with. And
I want Prince Omar to come back too.
What if Prince Omar comes back like a hot, you know, like they changed the character? Oh, yeah. Okay. Y'all going down
back down memory lane. I know. It's boring. It's boring.
It's already. All right.
Okay.
It's been amazing to see you. I'm so glad you're back. I'm like thrilled you're on daytime and back.
Thank you, Michael. It's so good to see you too. It's been so long, and you look exactly the same. So I don't know what's happening over there.
I don't know what guys. I'm apologizing for the blobs behind me. The lighting is doing blobs on me today, but it is really great to see you. And I've been thinking about you. And when I saw you got the role, and I'm like, I'll reach out when it's time. I wanted you to have some time on there, but I'm always in your corner, and I think you're one of the great.
So sweet. I really, really appreciate it. I really do. I'm really excited. I mean, you know, hopefully it's long lasting
It
thing.
was a long there. Yeah.
So
all right. Have a wonderful. Thank you everybody for being with us today. These
yes,
were great
thank
comments.
you. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you
Great.
so much. I really appreciate everyone's support because I know it's hard. Change is hard.
Change is hard. And soap
Change is
fans.
hard.
And on that note, before we, it's like that soap fans, you always have to with soap fans, they begrudge somebody when they come in, and then you have to win them over. And they're saying one thing at the beginning, and then you'll watch like a month down the line, they're like, oh, that's all right. It just it's that begrudging. Nobody likes change in the soaps, the fans.
Nobody likes change in life. Change
Period.
is hard.
So we feel you, and I know that's the hardest part of coming into a show and a role that's been played. It's like
it is winning over the fans, really. Yeah.
It's being accepted.
I can only do what I can do.
Right.
So,
and it's a good thing you don't read everything on social media, because
not
that's always not a good
going there. It's not.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you for being with us.
Thank
Watch
you,
weekdays on The Bold and the Beautiful on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much.